What's going on, YouTube viewers, YouTube family? Welcome back with your man Dread Life 101. Today, I felt like it was my duty to come through and show y'all just all the shit I used to put in my hair back when I was starting my dreads off, and even up until like maybe last year, just fooling around with other products. But I really just had to share this with y'all basically. And at the end of this, we're gonna bring it back to an understanding that we did not need all this shit in our hair. So the first one up is the most infamous product in I'd say melanated people's culture of hair products that you're gonna find underneath the sink. I had this back when I still had the afro and all that stuff too. The carefree curl, yeah. If you ain't got that in your bathroom covered, you probably not black. You know what I'm saying? Next one is the BB Oil Moisturizer Hair Lotion with castor oil and aloe. This one right here, I think, was what I actually started my Sanganese twist with, actually. It wasn't that bad, but after a while, it just like, the residue of it just stuck around for so long and it became just pretty disgusting. And so another one that I had underneath the sink, just some stuff that I kind of had some mixed feelings about. Like, it's still shea butter, but how it actually just makes my hair feel after a while, it gets very dusty and crackly. Like it doesn't really last as a product without turning into like dusty material in your hair, like a real dry residue. It just didn't really work for me throughout trying to do my retwists and put it in my hair in between times and all that stuff. It just didn't really work. And also, I think this is one of my first starter ones too. Pretty sure y'all have seen this in Walmart or at your local store before. It is the olive oil formula hair milk, and it does not work well with my dreads at all. Like, it goes in there like when your hair is wet, so you can't really tell, and it like kind of gives it a moist feeling. Soon as it dries out, I thought my hair was gonna snap off. Like, it was pretty much like hard as a damn Cheeto. So I stopped using that shit. Some other stuff I used to use, I know you gotta have this in your bathroom somewhere. Even if you don't use it, you probably use it for freaking cooking oil now, is that infamous BLUEMAGIC. Ooh, I remember growing up using BLUEMAGIC on my hair. Works pretty good on short hair. Like, if you got waves or something like that and you want to like grease your scalp and your hair real fast, it's pretty good. For me, it's a little bit too greasy, too oily. Like, if I start sweating, it's gonna be coming down my forehead, and I'm not about that life no more. Grandma's favorite, Sulfur 8. Now, this one actually isn't that bad. Like, especially if you got dry scalp, or you constantly scratching your head, or whatever the case is. Like, if you got any kind of like scalp situation or dryness or illness or dis-ease, Sulfur 8 medicated is probably the best thing for you, especially if your hair doesn't really grow like you want it to grow. And it's not that bad. It's actually anti-dandruff hair and scalp conditioner. That's exactly what it does. It has like some weird like menthol cooling thing that it does to your hair when it hits the pores of your skin. So if you want that, I use it every now and then still. So I would say keep that one around. What else we got? Freaking coconut oil. Now, coconut oil, I think I've used it maybe like once or twice, and it's just this type right here is just a little bit awkward to get into my actual hair. Like, I don't know, like, you would have to melt it, put it in the microwave at the right time so it melts to the correct viscosity of like liquid, and then put it in real fast before it like dries up, because once it dries up, it kind of like turns back into like, I don't know if you ever leave grease on the stove or in the pan for too long, and then it turns back into like a thick content. It goes from like a liquid to a solid. and it just wasn't really for me. Also, this 14-in-1 application that I used to use in my hair. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. Hawaiin Silky. It's got like, I'm assuming 14 ingredients in it. Looks like a little bit more, but that stuff wasn't really bad when I had loose natural hair. It actually worked really good because I could just wash my hair at the end of the day, wash the stuff out. But if you want to use that for your dreads or like your scalp, don't even do that. It's a mistake. Don't do that shit. Some of the stuff that I hung on to and I always bring up. See this right here? We got 2 different types of coconut oil. Organic extra virgin coconut oil, and then we got hair and scalp conditioner coconut oil. Now the blue top, this one right here is what I'll retwist my roots with, still till to this day. Does really good. This is what I did this retwist with. Sticking pretty good, doing its job, doing what it's supposed to do. Nice and fresh. If I want to go back and apply a little bit more because I got like a dry spot or an itchy spot or something, I can do that with that, and doesn't leave any residue. My hair uses it, or like whatever it does, you really can't tell. Doesn't leave a lot of residue behind. Also, the Shea Butter Miracle is the one that I still use today. I'll use this as a retwist and then apply that to all over my hair as well. Kind of let it sit on there, and then retwist my hair. And just a basic oil. It's nothing fancy about this oil. Africa's best herbal oil. It's literally whenever I want to give my hair a hot oil treatment or add some extra oil to my hair. Maybe it's been in the house too long for the winter and it's just drying up, making my hair feel real brittle and tough feeling. You definitely want to give yourself a nice hot oil treatment every now and then. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to show y'all today. Just all the crap over the years, and literally this is all I don't even think this is all of it. I still couldn't find the what was it, the mango and lime wax. Oh my god, that shit is fucking horrible. Never use wax in your hair. I put that stuff in my hair and like it didn't even get it didn't do shit. Basically it just beat it off. Like my hair was like wet while I was trying to do it, and I was trying to put it on there, and I had to like basically turn my hair into like a pencil tip just to get it to like absorb into my hair. That shit is fucking horrible. If you use wax in your hair, my advice is to fucking stop using that shit, because it's hard to get in your hair and it's even harder to get out of your hair. So what have we learned today? We don't need a bunch of crap to put in our hair, right? We don't need the Carefree Curl. We don't need the oil moisturizer with Aloe. We don't need the BLUEMAGIC. We don't need the Hawaiin Silky. Definitely didn't need the coconut oil that turns back into cooking grease right after you get done with it. We held on to the basics. We kept the basics over that majority of time. We got the water, which come out of the faucet. We got the oil. You can do the hot oil treatment once a month, or you can find an oil that you want to use or like to use once a week, however that fits you. I only use the oil personally on my actual hair and not on my roots. And a really good moisturizer, something to keep your hair moist. But if you're like me, like I really kick it down to the basics. Like this right here, I use that for my retwist on these dreads. On this one, no dandruff, no buildup, none of that bullshit. Done with the gels, the locking gels, the wax. Definitely don't use the wax. We just held on to the basics. So for today, that's all I got for y'all. I just wanted to show y'all what I had underneath my sink for the past few years that I just don't need, and I ain't never probably gonna ever use. Maybe, I don't know, I'll start a fire with it or something like that. But y'all got any comments, make sure you leave a comment down below. If you like the video, make sure you like it. And since you sat here throughout all this, you make sure you go and subscribe and share this video. Hey, Dread Life 101, I'ma holla at you.